Rosemont, this is JCB Racing. 8 drivers have been randomly seeded into the bracket. They're going to be going head-to-head to get that number 1 spot. Oh boy, it's going to be a close one, but only one winner can come out on top. Come on, Chicagoland. You guys ready for JCB Racing? Let me hear ya! Let's get it.
First to pull to the line, make some noise for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Taking on his opponent, John Zimmer in Uproar. A great lineup here to start with in the JCB Racing competition. It's legendary Gravedigger taking on a seasoned veteran. John Zimmer, once piloting behind Gravedigger himself. Only one can advance on. Watch those lights as we prepare to go green. Fans, a race too close to call. Looks like we've got to go to the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. I've just got our officials letting me know the winner of that race is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger advances on to the semifinal round. Next up, pulled to the line, make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Taking on his opponent, Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer. All eyes are on Lucas Stabilizer as her first run comes down to right now up against Terminal Velocity with a brand new brake caliber. She's determined for a different outcome. She's up against a decorated racer. Let's go green! Close to call. We've got our officials reviewing our replay. Our Super Glue Glued to the Action replay will be up on that video board in just a few minutes as our officials review which two BKT tires cross that finish line. A close call within inches of each other. Your winner advancing on to the semifinals is Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer. Once again, advancing on to the semifinal round to take on Gravedigger will be Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer. Our next matchup is pulled to the line. Make some noise for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Taking on his opponent in the right lane, Michaela Tulechka in Megalodon. El Toro Loco faces off with Megalodon as we see a battle of the beasts out on the track here in JCB Racing. It's horns versus fins. When that light goes green, only one can advance on. Is Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Again, advancing on from that race is Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. In the left lane, make some noise for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Taking on her opponent, Brandon Telichka in Living on the Edge. Earlier in practice, we saw Living on the Edge take the win, but Ringling Bailey Circuit brings a big energy against her opponent. It's circus thrills. It meets all-out wild style as these two battle it out for that last spot in the semifinals. Only one can advance. Let's go green! Your winner is Ringling Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan.
Monster Jam fans, this is the semifinal round of JCB Racing. Your fastest 4 drivers have advanced to this round, but only 2 can make it to the final round. You guys ready for more JCB Racing? Let's get it.
In the left lane, make some noise for the black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Taking on his opponent in a comeback from practice, it's Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer. Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer proves she is a force to be reckoned with out on the track here. She takes on legendary Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Let's go green! A race too close to call. We've got our officials reviewing that footage on the Super Glue glued to the action replay. Another close race here in the semifinals. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger up against Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer. I have got word from our officials. It's Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer advances on. Once again, advancing on to that final round, Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer beats out Weston Anderson in Gravedigger in that semifinal round, securing her spot in the finals. Quite a comeback for Cynthia Gauthier as she experienced some technical troubles here in practice, but as you can see, we've got our JCB Dirt Squad headed out to the track. This is our full recovery team, but this could mean absolute trouble for Cynthia Gauthier. Looks like they'll be hooking her up and taking her out to the pits, which means we're going to hear from our pit reporter, Lindsay Noble, to give us the scoop on exactly what's going on with Lucas Stabilizer. This would mean potentially an adjustment here in our racing bracket, but we'll keep you up to date if any changes need to be made. A tough day for Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer, but we'll keep you up to date with exactly what's going on with her truck. One more matchup here in the semifinal round as we're going to get to see Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circuit battle it out with Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, our pit reporter Lindsay Noble will be back in the hot pits to get that story right as it unfolds. We'll be getting the scoop on what's going on with Lucas Stabilizer and what it means for Cynthia Gauthier in the rest of the competitions. One final matchup here in the semifinal round where we get to see Armando Castro in El Toro Loco battle it out against Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit. We see Weston Anderson in a Gravedigger returning to the track. Monster Jam fans, you see Weston Anderson and Gravedigger returning to the top of that pod, and that means one thing and one thing only. He has taken the spot of Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer, and he will battle it out in the final round of the JCB Racing for the first 8 points. A second chance for Weston Anderson, and we will find out exactly which competitor will be battling it out against the black and green Wrecking Machine with our next lineup. In the left lane, make some noise for Brianna Mahan in Wrangling Bailey Circuit. She's taking on that crazy bull, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Two competitors all down to one moment as one spot remains in the final round. Only one competitor will be fast enough to battle it out. But which competitor will it be? Let's go green! A race too close to call. We've got our Monster Jam officials reviewing that footage now to see which drivers two BKT tires cross that finish line first, inches away from each other as each one of them hope to have a chance in that final round. I just got word, advancing on, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Rosemont, this is the final round of JCB Racing. Our final two drivers have advanced to this round. Only one can take home the first points of the evening. Who's ready to meet your final contenders?
Weston Anderson with 37 wins in the JCB Racing competition. Make some noise for Weston Anderson in a Gravedigger. Taking on his opponent, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Weston Anderson here with a racing record of 109-45 takes on Armando Castro, who's also once been crowned the 2024 Arena Championship Series champion, proving he's got exactly what it takes. The first 8 points are on the line. Let's go green! This could be a race too close to call. Our Monster Jam officials yet again review this footage. Check it out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. So close for these two competitors. Absolute madness on the track as only inches separate. But your winner, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Armando Castro in El Toro Loco claims the first 8 points of the event. He's placed himself in the first place spot on that leaderboard. He not only has put a target on his back for the rest of the competition, but now leads the pack. Your very first competition winner, make some noise, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando Castro proves he's got the fastest truck out on the track. One more time, Chicagoland, give it up, Armando Castro, your JCB Racing winner.
Armando, congratulations. Already now 8 points here tonight towards an overall event championship. And what an upset it was early on. You may have initially thought you'd end up against John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity. What does it mean when some kind of competitor that's so tough ends up getting knocked out early?
Yeah, you know, it definitely feels good taking down a gravedigger, always lining up to Weston Anderson. You got to bring your best of the best game out here. And I knew it was going to be an easy task. You know, I haven't done an arena show since earlier in January, so I've been on stadium. So this is kind of a welcome back for me. It seems like I never lost the groove, so I got shows right there. I'm just having a good time out here. I love Rosemont, man. Más que todo, I'm a Latino, so no estar aquí con todo mi gente Latino. Make some noise, mi Latinos!
And of course, Weston not only brings it in racing, but of course also the skills competition. But that is somewhere where you shine, of course, being a world finals champion. What can we expect from your team?
You know, I'm going to come out here and have a good time. It all depends on this crowd right here in Rosemont. You guys have the power. You guys get your smartphones out. Get on judgeszone.com. I'm going to do my best to come out here and do some of the craziest two-wheel skills you've ever seen. And you guys got to do your part. But, man, we're just getting started, baby. We're about to crank up the heat a little more for two-wheel skills and come back swinging, baby. Rosemont, if you're having fun at Monster, make some noise one time.
It is time for the second competition of the event. It's the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, where in this competition, our 8 superstars will have 2 opportunities to pull off their most impressive maneuvers. Out on the track here in the Two-Wheel Skills competition, each driver will want to pull off stoppies, poppers, wheelies, or maybe even some combinations. But the scoring will be up to you. So Jabari, I hope these fans are ready with their smartphones to become the official Monster Jam judges.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's up to you, the fans, to decide the overall event champion. This is not scripted, all right? This is going to be totally up to you guys and what you judge. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Everybody take out your cell phones and head to judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com. We also have this QR code. You can scan that. That will take you to judgeszone.com. All right? Now your city code, when you get to the 3 X's on judgeszone.com, is CHI, as in Chicago. CHI on judgeszone.com. Now, once you put that city code in, you're going to come across the BKT tire. Now, this is where all the magic happens. Either myself or Keaton will let you know when scoring is open. You'll have 20 seconds to slide that BKT tire into the green to score the highest, or down into the red to score low. All right, it is simple as that. 20 seconds. That's all it takes. Judgeszone.com. Come on, Chicagoland. You guys ready for more Monster Jam?
First to hit the track, make some noise for John Zimmer in uproar.
John Zimmer Sr. in uproar. Right now, head to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
John Zimmer in uproar, a veteran of the sport. He's piloted many Monster Jam trucks in his career. Shows exactly how it should be done here. A successful start to the two-wheel skills competition as you see him up on the super glue, glued to the action replay, able to pull off 2 successful maneuvers, balancing that 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck up on just 2 BKT tires. He's making it look easy. Takes it up and over the pod. We're going to see exactly what your scores are because this will set the bar for the rest of the competition. The score for John Zimmer in uproar is... it's a 6.567. That is the current score to beat. Next up, it's his son. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity.
Let's hear for John Zimmer Jr. Terminal Velocity. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores. You have 20 seconds.
John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity, going out there and showing you exactly why he has a 39 wins so far this year in this competition. We see not only 2 successful maneuvers of him, but an absolute masterclass in precision and control. This young driver is determined, though second in the lineup, to have a high score to beat out the rest of the competition. We've got your scores locked in, so let's check it out. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is a 7.881. Chicagoland, we have a new leader.
Let's hear from Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Rosemont, let's lock in those scores.
You heard Jabari, the ribbon boards are red. That means scoring's open for Michaela Toluchka in Megalodon. Laying it down third in the lineup here in the two-wheel skills challenge as she looks for that high score from you Monster Jam fans on your smartphones. She's looking to take the lead up against her opponent, and we've got those scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Michaela Toluchka is a 3.582. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next to the track, it's her brother. Make some noise for Brandon Toluchka in Living on the Edge.
Let's hear for Brandon Toluchka, Living on the Edge. Scoring is open, 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
Brandon Toluchka in Living on the Edge is doing just that here. Check it out in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Down on all four BKT tires and up again, back to two. You see this combination move. It is absolute control over this vehicle. Brandon Toluchka proving that he's got master control over his Monster Jam truck and hoping that these crazy maneuvers, a combo added in, is enough to take that top spot. We're locking your scores in with just a few seconds left until those official scores are locked. We've got that current score to beat right now held by his competitor John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. It's a score of a 7.881. The score for Brandon Toluchka in Living on the Edge is an 8.102. We have a new leader. Well, with four competitors down and four remaining, we take a look at the two-wheel skills competition leaderboard. You can see Brandon Toluchka places himself in that first place spot with a score of an 8.102. John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity, an unfamiliar place for him in this competition, currently in second. Uproar, John Zimmer in third, and Megalodon, Michaela Toluchka in fourth place. But with four trucks remaining, this entire leaderboard could be shaken up. You've got the driver's destiny in your hands at judgeszone.com. Next to the track, give it up for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Let's hear for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open, Chicagoland. You have 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
Armando Castro in El Toro Loco knows after his JCB Racing win, he has got to pump you up like that, Chicagoland. Absolute electric energy right here in the Allstate Arena. Make sure your scores reflected at judgeszone.com. Take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. As we see Armando Castro up on that pod, you see him bouncing up on 2 BKT tires. 2 successful attempts here in the two-wheel skills competition. But is it enough to take that lead? That current score to beat right now is held by Brandon Toluchka, and living on the edge is a score of an 8.102. The score for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco is Chicagoland, you have a new leader. Next up, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger.
Well, let's hear for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
You know, Jabari, this is an unfamiliar position that we see Weston Anderson in Gravedigger in. Here in the two-wheel skills competition, we see only 1 maneuver completed. Like I said, an unfamiliar run for Weston Anderson as he's out on the track there, but I know that this competitor will come back with a major vengeance here. Scoring is still open. That's up to you guys to lock in your scores right now to determine exactly where Weston Anderson in Gravedigger stands with the rest of the competitors in the pack. He will have to deliver a killer freestyle in order to come back from missing out on an attempt here in the two-wheel skills competition. So far, we've seen each competitor make successful 2 maneuvers. We're going to see exactly how this affects his score. Let's check it out. The score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is a 3.365, an unfamiliar score for that young driver indeed. But let's take a look up at the leaderboard to see exactly where it stands him in this competition. A tough go for Team Gravedigger here in the two-wheel skills competition as he now lands himself in 6th place. El Toro Loco, Armando Castro still in the lead with that score of an 8.436.
Monster Jam fans, we are having so much fun here in the stands. I'm here with Demir. You know you're on the big screen right now. Check that out. Look at how cool that is. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun. I have an opportunity for you to win a really cool gift card. We're going to play a trivia with Armando Castro. Let's put him on the board.
Is it A, a bull, B, a dog, C, a shark, or D, a bird? If you know the answer, let me hear it.
Caca! It's definitely not a bird, so you know what it is, Demir, right? What is it? He turned and looked at me and whispered, "Is it a bull? Let's see if it's a bull." Pretty cool stuff. Demir, you won something really cool, friend. It's a gift card, oh yeah, to Texas Roadhouse Steakhouse. We just had some earlier. Get the bread and the butter. It's good. Everybody give him a round of applause for winning that, playing Monster Jam Trivia.
Monster Jam fans, make sure you get your smartphones out right now. Scan that QR code up on the video board, and you too could get a free appetizer at Texas Roadhouse. Chances are right now being here at Monster Jam gives you the opportunity. If you're in the mood for a hearty hand-cut steak and tasty made from scratch sides, you can head down to Texas Roadhouse for legendary food and legendary service. Download the Texas Roadhouse mobile app now to join the waitlist, and be sure to scan that QR code for a free appetizer. Next up, make some noise for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Let's hear it for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Time to lock in those scores.
Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit comes out here on a mission in the two-wheel skills competition. She's determined to take that win away from Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, currently in the lead. Check it out in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. I don't know, Chicagoland. Seems like you liked what you saw. Let's check it out. We got the scores locked in. The score for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is a solid score, a 7.656. Right now, that's good enough for fourth place. Last but not least, make some noise for Cynthia Gautier and Lucas Stabilizer.
Let's hear for Cynthia Gautier, Lucas Stabilizer. Wow. Let us know what you think, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
A cinematic comeback for Cynthia Gautier as she hits the track determined to make up for being taken out of the JCB Racing Finals. If you remember, she had to be pulled off the track, and that major error may have just made up for that. For her, she's out here battling it out for your scores. And I don't know, Chicagoland, it seemed like you liked what you saw, but let's check it out. That current score to beat right now is held by our JCB Racing winner, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. He's got a score of an 8.436. The score for Cynthia Gautier and Lucas Stabilizer is A solid score, but Chicagoland, that means your winner of the two-wheel skills challenge, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando Castro in El Toro Loco takes his 16th two-wheel skills win home right here. That's the 16th time he's won this competition so far this year. Another 8 points is added to that young superstar score as he secures his spot on that leaderboard. A big gap between him and the rest of the competitors, a target on his back, but one more time, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
And already halfway now to a perfect event. And these fans are going absolutely wild for you. Do you think it's the momentum of first getting racing? What were you thinking during that skills?
Yeah, you know, you have to, like I said earlier, you have to bring the best of the best. And it's literally, these guys and girls are so good at what they do. This game, this Monster Jam game has evolved so much since back in the day. As you've seen, we're literally balancing a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck. You have to keep in control of 1,500 horsepower, man. I feel all the love and support here in Rosemont behind the wheel of El Toro Loco. That's what motivates me to come out here and throw down for each and every one Monster Jam fan. Thank you, Rosemont, baby. Let's have some fun. Woo!
And of course, here at Monster Jam, it always gets better. Up next is our freestyle competition. Before that, of course, we have FMX. Why should fans stay in their seats?
Oh, you know what? These guys are about to come out on these bicycles and do some of the crazy stuff you've ever seen on these motorcycles. But man, it's about to get crazy. We're about to blow the roof off this place because when we come back, it's going to be Monster Jam Freestyle. 75 seconds to come out here and do all the crazy stunts that made Monster Jam what it is today. And if somebody wants to see a backflip, Rosemont, make some noise. Y arriba los Latinos!
So much action has already taken place here in Monster Jam with El Toro Loco on his way to a perfect event. But that means that it is time for Monster Jam halftime. We want to encourage you at this time, you can get up, stretch your legs, check out the concourse. Of course, check out our Monster Jam merchandise stands. But at the end of halftime, you're going to want to make your way back to your seats. Because not only do we have our pit reporter, Lindsay Noble, bringing us our pit report brought to you by the Northern Tool Equipment, but we also get to see the superstars of freestyle motocross hit the track and compete in the best trick competition. We've got all of that and more coming back after Monster Jam halftime.
It is not over yet. All right, Chicagoland, it is time for our FMX Best Trick Competition. Each rider will have one opportunity to do their best trick while in midair. Now it's going to be up to you, Rosemont, to determine the outcome, the overall winner. You got to use judgeszone.com. You guys ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition? Let's get it.
Up first, make some noise for Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond is from Norfolk, Massachusetts. He's been riding with Monster Jam for a total of 4 years. He's been riding for 19 years, and today he's bringing you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ250. Chicagoland, one more time for Nick Desmond.
What did you think of Nick Desmond? Let us know. 20 seconds, judgeszone.com.
Monster Jam fans, that tough job is held right now by Nick Desmond, first to go here in the best trick competition. And it's up to him to set that bar, but up to you to set the scores. In just a few minutes, we'll have your scores locked in, and the bar will be set for the rest of the competition. The score for Nick Desmond is... it's an 8.055. That is the current score to beat. Up next, make some noise for TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany's from Orlando, Florida. He's an international stunt rider who's been a part of some of the highest grossing movies in America, such as Bad Boys for Life, Avengers Endgame, and you might even catch him on this season of Outer Banks. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX 450.
Woo! TJ Tiffany, everybody. Let us know what you think. JudgesZone.com, 20 seconds.
TJ Tiffany, second to go here in the competition, looking to knock his good friend and competitor Nick Desmond out of the running, looking to take that top spot and that high score. Only one of these riders will be able to walk away with that title of Best Trick Winner. Get your scores locked in now at JudgesZone.com as the official score is just seconds away from being finalized. Let's check it out. The score for TJ Tiffany is Chicagoland. We have a new leader at 8.218. Next up, make some noise for AJ Rosebrill. Monster Jam fans, AJ Rosebrill's from right here in Chicago. A hometown event for AJ Rosebrill as he has been riding for over 25 years. He's taken his freestyle motocross talents across the globe. He's competed in China for over a year, but now he's bringing his talents to you right here in the Best Trick competition. One more time, the local native.
AJ Rosebrill with the one-handed backflip. Wow, JudgesZone.com, scoring is open.
AJ Rosebrill knows he had to do something big, Chicagoland, if he wants to take the win up against those other competitors. He's got to beat out his competitor and friend TJ Tiffany right here with the help of your scores at JudgesZone.com. Definitely would be a sweet victory to take that win in his hometown event. Let's check it out. The score for AJ Rosebrill is... That's an 8.519. We have a new leader. But one rider remains. Make some noise for Josh Hedford. Josh Hedford's from Asheville, North Carolina. He's competed in Nitro Circus and night jumps in Europe. He's been riding with Monster Jam for over 4 years. And today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Kawasaki 450.
That was a switchblade flip from Josh Hedford. Scoring is open, JudgesZone.com. 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
I don't know, Jabari, I don't envy these fans having to score at JudgesZone.com. Josh Hedford battles it out right now with AJ Rosebrill for that top spot and the title of Best Trick Winner. We've got the scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Josh Hedford is... Chicagoland, that means your winner of the Best Trick competition is Josh Hedford.
Well, hold on a second. It's not over yet. It is time for more FMX. You guys want some more? It is time for something called the Monster Jam Train. Each rider will go one by one, and without stopping, they're going to hit the backflip ramp, doing one trip, one right after the other. Now, Chicagoland, I need to know if you're ready for the Monster Jam Train. Everybody go, choo-choo! Oh, yeah. Wow. That was good. Oh, hold on, though. I don't think they're quite done yet. Rosemont, you want to see the Monster Jam Train again? I need everybody to go choo-choo! Lining up one by one. Here they come. Wow. Amazing. I don't think they're quite done just yet. If you want to see them go again, I need everybody on this side to make some noise. Over here, make some noise. Are you loud in this section over here? Everybody over here. I need everybody in Allstate Arena to go choo-choo. You beautiful Rosemont. Lining up for the action. Let's hear for your FMX superstars. Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, AJ Rosebrill, and Josh Hedford.
And it's now time to catch up with our best trick winner, Josh Hedford, coming in strong here as the first best trick winner of the weekend. And, you know, pulling off something like that takes so much skill behind the scenes that fans don't even see. They get that wow moment, but what did it take to get there?
A lot of hot yoga. Oh, man, I've been riding forever since I was a little kid, and just seeing guys grow up and throw down these huge tricks. We just got to keep the progression going, and we just want to throw down for you guys. So, are y'all having a good time? All right, yeah, that's what I like to hear. You know, I actually spent some time living over in like Grays Lake, just north of Chicago, for a while, and yeah, it's awesome to be back up here. I haven't been here in a couple years, I feel like.
And this crowd is absolutely electric. Of course, they scored you the highest. How long did it take you to pull off that trick?
Oh, that one, it took me like a couple weeks of practice. I started on like no-footer flips and just worked my way off the seat and getting away from the bike and doing super flips, and then I decided to just get upside down and sideways like a couple of guys I saw do it, and it's a fun trick to be upside down looking at the guys over here and seeing all you fans scream and yell, so...
Well, it certainly wowed them. Of course, you know, for fans in their seats right now that want to be exactly where you are, they want to tell their friends, they want to tell their family that they are a professional freestyle motocross rider. What is your best advice?
Well, definitely follow your dreams and do what you love to do and stay as safe as possible. You know, follow the right safety precautions. Make sure you wear a helmet, gloves, boots, knee pads, and yeah, make sure you take care of your bike and take care of yourself.
Well, congratulations again, Monster Jam fans. Make some noise for your best trick winner, Josh Hedford.
You better move those lights, Chicago, lad! This is Monster Jam Freestyle. for John Zimmer Sr. Uproar. Scoring is openjudgeszone.com. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores.
John Zimmer in Uproar, a veteran of the sport, kicking off our freestyle competition exactly the way it should be kicked off. Electric energy from our fans here in Chicagoland, but we need you now at judgeszone.com. This score will set the bar for the rest of the competitors, so make sure you've got to say we've got those official scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for John Zimmer in Uproar is a solid score of 7.585. That is your score to beat. Up next, it's time to clear the waters. It's Michaela Tulechka in Megalodon.
Let's hear from Michaela Tulechka, Megalodon. Scoring is openjudgeszone.com. 20 seconds. Lock in those scores now.
Michaela Tulechka in Megalodon completes a successful freestyle run and some speed at that. I think that's the fastest Megalodon shark in the ocean, but check it out. This shark flies here at Monster Jam. Somebody better tell Michaela Tulechka this shark has gotten wings. We see some major air from her. We also see her take advantage of multiple obstacles. So let's check out what you think she deserves for a score. We got the scores locked in. The score for Michaela Tulechka in Megalodon is a solid score of 6.392. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next to the track, let's hear it for Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer.
Let's hear it for Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. 20 seconds on the clock, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer comes out for freestyle. She seems happy about that run, and as she should be. Check it out in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. We see major air from this woman out here on the track. She's able to show us 2-wheel skills in her freestyle run, and also takes advantage of that entire track out on the floor. But it's up to you to lock in your scores. She's hoping to rise to the top, and we're going to see if you guys help her do it. We've got those scores locked in. Let's go ahead and take a look. The score for Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer is a solid score right now. Good enough for second place, a 7.090. Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer now lands herself in second place. Uproar John Zimmer currently holds out that first place spot with a score of a 7.585. Megalodon Michaela Tulichka in third, and many more Monster Jam trucks to come.
Monster Jam fans, I'm here with Nicholas. You remember the dancing kid. He's going to announce the next truck.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell, he says.
Chicagoland, he's lighted up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp.
Let's hear it for Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
Redemption looks good for Weston Anderson today. Chicagoland erupts as we hope the scores do the same. For your reaction here, we're about to find out. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger makes a comeback to the freestyle floor. That current score to beat right now is held by John Zimmer in Uproar. It's a score of a 7.585. The score for Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is Chicagoland, we have a new leader. Next to the track, looking to change it all, make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
John Zimmer Jr., everybody. Terminal Velocity, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores, 20 seconds.
John Zimmer Jr. and Terminal Velocity may not have ended that run on 4 BKT tires, but man, oh man, did he give that run everything that truck has got. We see him, I think, with the biggest air we've seen all evening. Sometimes we see it, where the truck who doesn't land takes that top high score. Take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay as we see in action exactly how much control this young man has over that 12,000 pound, 1,500 horsepower Monster Jam truck. We've got your scores only seconds away from being locked in. Let's check it out. That current score to beat is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger with a score of a 9.303. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity is a solid score, good enough right now for second place.
Monster Jam fans, we're having fun here in the stands. I'm here with Logan. We're going to play a game called Two Truths, One Lie. All right, you got to name out the lie. You ready? Let's see if we can plan this out. Let's see who we have. Shout it out if you think you know the right answer, but I think she already knows. She's done some deep research. What do you think?
Is it C? C?
C? Let's see if they're right. Oh! That was two truths and one lie. John Zimmer Jr., give these fans a round of applause for being so brave for playing.
Monster Jam fans, back here I'm with Cynthia Gauthier, your driver of Lucas Stabilizer. And Cynthia, you went out there, you did a fantastic job. And of course, coming from stadiums, you're looking at these jumps and you say they're a little bigger than you expected, and you're having to land them just a little bit differently. Talk to us about your approach.
It's definitely a different approach going from stadium to arena, but it's a lot of fun. I can hear all the Monster Jam fans in my truck. I hear them cheer. It's awesome. I mean, I've seen even the trucker sign, so it means a lot for me, you know, all the support. I have a lot of people message me on social media telling me they're excited for me to be here. It's the first time for Lucas Stabilizer, so it's been a great so far, but we have 4 more events to go.
We certainly do. And of course, when you get behind the wheel, there's so many things that you're focusing on. How do you manage to perform a perfect freestyle?
You know what? I'm a mom. You know, it takes a lot, you know, in my day with my daughter. So driving a Monster Jam truck is pretty easy for me. And it's awesome. I know there's a lot of mom out there, and we are all Wonder Woman. And it's awesome for me to have a career and be here and being a mom. I think it's awesome. We are Wonder Woman.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Lucas Stabilizer, Cynthia Gauthier.
Let's take a look at the freestyle competition leaderboard as Weston Anderson in Gravedigger secures his spot in first place with that high score of a 9.303. John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity just landed himself in that second place spot with his father, John Zimmer, in Uproar right behind him in third. Cynthia Gauthier in Lucas Stabilizer holds out fourth place, while Michaela Telichka in Megalodon currently holds out fifth. With 3 more trucks to go here in this competition, the entire leaderboard has the chance to be shaken up, but these scores will be added together to total an overall event score. Now take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard. Armando Castro in El Toro Loco currently sits in that first place spot with a whopping 16 points. Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer 6 points behind him in second place. Brandon Telichka living on the edge in third. And we've still got that 2-way tie for fourth place between Ringling Bailey Circuit and Gravedigger. Terminal Velocity, John Zimmer Jr. in sixth. Uproar, John Zimmer in seventh. And Michaela Telichka, Megalodon in eighth. But you see that freestyle box is open. That means the points that they've accrued still need to be added to their overall score. And that is exactly how we'll find out who your overall event champion is. The very first overall event champion to be crowned here in the Marathon weekend as Monster Jam takes over the Allstate Arena. Chicagoland, it's time to get loud. Make some noise for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Let's hear for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
Brianna Mahan, your Illinois native, comes hungry to the track. She is ready, and you see her with the way she hits those obstacles. That track is literally disintegrating under that truck, but that does not stop this Princess of Carnage of absolutely tearing apart the track, and you've got your scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Brianna Mahan in Ringling Bailey Circuit is a solid score of 7.201. Right now, that's good enough for fourth place. Next to the track, make some noise for Brandon Telichka in Living on the Edge. The clock is paused at 70 seconds. We are going to get word from our officials. Chicagoland, I'm getting word that it looks like it could be a potential broken sway bar for Brandon Telichka and Living on the Edge. It does not look like he will be able to continue that freestyle run, and due to the fact that he was unable to fill 15 seconds, he will not be eligible for a score. Now, this is frustrating for any competitor out on the track, and if I know Brandon Telichka, that's not the way he wanted to leave you, but it speaks to exactly how hard these competitors are driving these Monster Jam trucks. He's literally driving it till it cannot be driven anymore. So, Chicagoland, give him a round of applause. Brandon Telichka and Living on the Edge. He's won every competition so far. Make some noise. Ready to hit the track. Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores.
Armando Castro in El Toro Loco looking for a clean sweep here in the first event in the Allstate Arena. We see him master that track out on the freestyle, but we may not even know he's not even piloting that same track he normally does. None of that matters. Armando Castro lays down a ferocious freestyle run, and we've got your scores locked in. The score for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco is a solid score of 7.212. That means your winner of the freestyle competition is Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Weston Anderson in Gravedigger adds 8 points to his overall score, but was it enough? Your overall event champion here today earned 8 points in both the JCB racing competition and the two-wheel skills competition. He earned 5 points in the freestyle competition with an overall event total of 21 points. Your BKT overall event champion is Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Armando Castro in El Toro Loco makes a return to the Chicagoland area and walks away an overall event champion. He takes home overall event win number 10 of the year right here in the Allstate Arena. He beat out the rest of his competitors. You chose him as your champion. Chicagoland, make some noise for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. The first trophy snagged of the weekend. Armando Castro congratulates his team as they take home that overall event win. He beat out the rest of the competition, the JCB racing competition, nearly points away from a perfect event. We're going to get to hear from the winner himself, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Armando, congratulations. There you have it. Not only an overall event champion, but with a perfect event here on the first of 5 this weekend. What does this mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. You know, like I said you guys earlier today, I haven't been behind the truck in the last 2 months. I've been inside big stadium floors. This is literally a 180 turn for me inside a small arena like this. But man, I love, I can't stress enough, I love coming back to Chicago, Rosemont, man. Ustedes son familia. I feel like family. I feel like a home right here. Thank you guys for all the love and all the support. But more than anything, man, I can't thank these guys enough. My boy Daniel, Levi. This guy has a big responsibility this weekend. It's his first time as a crew guy, a crew chief. So we're gonna test him for sure. But man, this is exactly how I want to start it off. I can't thank these guys enough. A todos mis latinos, los quiero mucho. Es un honor estar aquí encima de esta tierra. Mira, déjame ser el ejemplo para todos ustedes. O si yo lo puedo hacer, usted lo puede hacer también. Arriba los latinos, los quiero mucho. Come back tomorrow, baby. This is Monster Jam!
Of course, congratulations again to Armando Castro, your overall event champion. But we can't get out of here without talking to our freestyle winner.
Monster Jam fans, a big congratulations to Armando Castro in El Toro Loco, who takes home the overall event win. A big congratulations to our freestyle winner, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, but it's El Toro Loco taking home the trophy tonight. We want to thank all of you for coming out to our Monster Jam event here in the Allstate Arena. Whether you're inside of the arena or tuned into our live stream, we could not have done it without you Monster Jam fans. On your way out, be sure to stop at the Monster Jam merchandise stands, pick up the latest Spin Master diecast trucks as a way to take a piece of Monster Jam home with you. This is just the first of 5 events that we've got here in the Allstate Arena. Tune into the rest. Join us right back at the arena for more Monster Jam action. On behalf of my entire team, Jabari Thomas, Lindsay Noble. My name is Keaton Stewart, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.